What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the video, or welcome to the channel. Yes, welcome to the video, but welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use an Xbox, a PlayStation, even a Nintendo Switch as a DVD player for your receiver or your AVR amplifier. For instance, I have a Denon AVR 2700H 7.2 receiver that I am running in 5.1 because my room is too small and the surround backs and normal surrounds will blend and it just won't sound good. But I'm gonna show you how you can use an Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch as a DVD player. Or wait, sorry, no, you can't use the Switch as a DVD player, but you can use it as a streaming device through your receiver if your receiver does not have streaming. Now, this will only work if your receiver supports HDMI, and if it supports 4K 60 Hertz, that's the best way you'll have it. I would recommend having it support 4K. Mine does support 4K on most of the ports, and it does support one 8K 60 Hertz port. But I'll be running this through a 4K 60 Hertz port. My TV does not support 4K at all. It supports 1080p 60 Hertz, but that's perfectly fine in my instance, considering that's all this console will push out. That's the max resolution this console will push out, is 1080p at 60 Hertz. So that's pretty much perfect. And I'm happy with my TV. My TV works perfect. It looks really good. I got it calibrated. It looks really nice. But this, guys, might actually be better than a DVD player. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think this would work better. It's just a lot more powerful. I know there's some, like the Sonys, that are really powerful, but I just feel like this would be a lot more powerful than a normal DVD player. Definitely more powerful than one of your Panasonics or cheaper DVD players. Now, all you're going to need is your Switch if you're using it as a streaming device, not a DVD player. You can still do the same thing I'm doing, but won't have the DVD thingy. An Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you're going to be using, PS4, PS3, even PS3, as long as it supports a DVD or a CD, you're pretty much set. And as long as it can broadcast movies, then you're fine. Even if the resolution's very low, a receiver can, even my receiver can support down to very low resolutions, but can still make them look really good. So you're only gonna need 3 cables and your console. So for instance, I'm using my old Xbox One S. You're gonna need a power cable for your device, obviously, your device itself, and 2 HDMI cords. One HDMI for going from the Xbox to the receiver, and one HDMI from going your receiver to your TV. So let's move these down here. I already pulled my receiver out just to make it easier. Let's grab our cords. Now, I would recommend, I will be setting this up off camera to make it easier for myself, and then I will show a video. But you can leave your receiver on. It's perfectly fine. The nice thing about receivers nowadays is even with them on, they'll recognize the device. You don't have to unplug it, or for instance, this one's off, but it's unplugged, or it's off, but it's plugged in. You can unplug it if you want, but you can even leave the receiver on, like powered on. I have mine off because I'm not using it right now at the moment, so yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the first cable. Now, I would recommend whatever device you're using, I'd recommend that to be off, unplugged, just to make it easier on yourself, and also just to keep it unplugged. It works better for the device. Like for instance, if you have a Switch, just take the Switch out of the dock, and that'll keep you can keep the dock plugged in because the console's not in it, but yeah, I would just recommend keeping the device unplugged. So first we're going to take the HDMI cable that we are going to use for a console. Now, for instance, on the Xbox, there's two. There's HDMI out to TV and HDMI in from the SAT cable or SAT cable. We're, in this case, going to be plugging it into the HDMI out to TV. Okay. Once we do that, we're going to take the other end of our HDMI cable and we're going to bring it over to our receiver. Now I'm going to use the camera to help me see where the HDMI is. But in my case, I am going to use it on the DVD. Not Blu-ray, but DVD. You can do DVD or Blu-ray. This does support Blu-ray. This is what this goes through, so I might use the Blu-ray, but I've had better luck with the DVD, higher quality resolutions with the DVD. So once that's plugged into your receiver, you can see we have that cable going to the Xbox. Is what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your other HDMI and we're going to plug it into it's usually this one, the one labeled or the one that's kind of grayed out. This is our HDMI out or eARC or ARC. We're going to plug it into that. That is then going to go to the eARC or ARC on your TV or your monitor. For instance, that black cable with the blue sticker on it is the cable plugged into eARC or ARC. And that's literally simple. It's very simple to do this. Then you're going to want to plug your console in and leave it for a few minutes. Let it fully power on. Turn it on, turn your receiver on, get it calibrated, check your resolution, select your resolution you want, how you want the system sound setup, how you want the amount of speakers calibrated. For instance, oh my god, sorry, I have hiccups. In this instance, I'm gonna be setting it up as 5.1. That'll just make it easier. It's very easy. If your receiver doesn't have a remote, you're kind of fricked. Because you can't navigate through the menu unless you have the one receiver that has all the buttons, the enter, okay, and the arrows. But other than that, you might be in trouble if you don't have a remote. But yeah, that's how to use an Xbox simplified for a DVD player, or really just anything. You can use, like I said, a Switch. You can't use a Switch with DVDs. Obviously, they take the little SIM card thingy. But you can use PlayStation, you can use whatever. As long as it has a disk drive, you're good. Peace.